I have also put through certain use cases. Now these use cases are picked up only for AI and IoT, which we've been involved with, with these customers, and we've implemented these use cases. This is like an amazing use case of, how we are doing a touch-enabled visualizer for selling what? For selling laminates. Laminates is that thin wood which you put on your doors to make it look amazing. A laminate is bought by touching it, by feeling it. It's very important to have a touch. You can't just see a laminate and decide, yeah. As you can see, this particular laminate, the whole idea of the laminate is that you would touch the roughness of this laminate to ensure that you love this laminate and you would like to buy it. So here what we are doing is that we have these laminates which are like there on the table. A customer then touches the laminate and taps on the laminate, and we give up a blow up of the laminate where the person can see as to when I put this laminate how things would look at. So this is really a complex way of doing IoT in an experience center where you touch the laminate and you get to know as to how the laminate is to feel. So we call it like touch, feel, see and buy laminates. So this is one of the use cases. It could be pretty popular and it can give you a lot of insights into what you can do. Here's an AI tile visualizer. Here there is a concept of explainable AI. Normally when we talk about artificial intelligence models, they are black boxes. You just come up with the results without explaining how you came up with the results, right? But here, when we are talking about explainable AI, is that the customer is seeing that how artificial intelligence is working for them. So it could be a artificial intelligence based tile visualizer. I have a tile, I've clicked a snap, or I have a tile which I've chosen on a site. There are like 50,000 tiles they have. I don't have patience to look through 50,000 tiles. I would like similar looking tiles to be put on to me, and I can look at as to what is the variety which could be there. It could be that I hate this brick style of tiling. I can also say that, look, I don't want bricks. I need a pattern which is not bricks. So it'll deselect all the patterns which are bricks and select and provide me a pattern which is non-bricks. Here's another example where we are doing constraint based recommendation engine. What I'm trying to tell you is that we are marketers. For marketers, if I have a customer who is willing to pay say 300 rupees a tile, why would I show 50 rupees tile to him? I would rather show 300 to 1000 rupees tile because he is buying something durable. So which means that the marketers through our products can put certain constraints to ensure that the result set which is there is appealing, is measuring to whatever the customer wants, but at the same time it is also taking care of my marketing budgets. It's also taking care of my spend. Here's another example of Hero Electronics. They launched like 3 years back, Cubo. Now they call it Cubo World. It's an amazing thing, They advertise that you can talk to your kid. If there is a maid and you're working, you can talk to the maid while you are still in office. Okay. I use this, so AI is built in. It's security centerpiece. You can have virtual fencing. I can have my, my cabinets or my, wherever I put my valuables, I can fence that. Anyone who barges through that fence, there is an alarm which runs through. If there is an intruder, there is an alarm. And it has an Alexa integration. But what I'm talking about here is not that. In 2018, when I was in US, my mom was not well. She was on bed. And I had to communicate with her practically every 2-3 hours, right? And I could not give her a phone to do a FaceTime or something. It is too gimmicky for them. Here was this Cubo which was lying there. And through my cell phone, I used to talk to her. She could see me, I could see her. All was running well, right? it had Alexa. For an old person, speaking the word Alexa is not easy. Hey Alexa, play this. Hey Alexa, play that. It's not easy. Alexa is not an Indian word that you can say Alexa. Get to an old person, they would say everything. They would forget the name. They would forget as to what they are trying to talk. There is a LSVT loud therapy which goes on with the old persons to make sure that they don't get Alzheimer. You have to speak loudly. You have to speak clearly, right? This became a great way of me giving her a therapy. She didn't have Alzheimer, she didn't have any problem, but to ensure that she doesn't get that at age of 86, she used to clearly say Alexa. She would say as to what kind of music she would like to. And Alexa would detect that only when she speaks clearly, right? Two-way communication and a memory exerciser. Just remembering the word Alexa, just remembering how to communicate with Alexa was amazing. So we move on further. This is smart coffee mug. This is called Nescafe e-mug. So here what happens is, it is a barista-like coffee. I use it very often. I love it. It is available on Amazon for you to buy. So you put the coffee mug, you put water, you put milk, you put coffee, you put sugar if you want. Through your cell phone, you set it up. There are multiple recipes. 2 minutes, coffee is there, straight drink from this mug. Amazing stuff. Not even one drop is getting spilled anywhere. And I've been using it for about 1.5 years. Amazing coffee which I used to pay so much, like Cafe Coffee Day, vending machine in our office and all, don't need it anymore, right? This is something which is amazing, portable, silent, recipes. I can add to my recipes, cold coffee, hot coffee, hazelnut, all that. Amazing way of, how IoT is being used, to do something. Now I come to a little bit which is like staying alive. You see, you've seen like amazing solutions out here. These amazing solutions are very tough to maintain. You have Microsoft, Apple, you have iOS, Android, there are so many, Google, there are so many environments, AWS, Azure. Every month they are coming up with updates. Every 6 months your app is thrown out of market or you cannot operate that app. Why? Because the things have changed. So one of the services which Futuresoft offers, we call that living apps. If I have done an enterprise app or I have done a mobile app, that app should live infinitely. And that's the whole idea of it, which means enjoy the fruits and leave the gardening to us. Bug fixes, application maintenance, new features, application stability, SLAs, metrics, configuration management. You name it, we do everything for you. I'm just using a use case of Futuresoft, but either you would have to create a paraphernalia of support services within your organization or look for partners, and you would need to look for partners with depth, because this is not something which is a one-time job. This is something which has to happen year after year after year if you're serious about your digital business. So we move on. Some of the competencies of Futuresoft: enterprise services, enterprise solutions, the phygital solutions I just talked about a bit, e-commerce, we do Magento, we do Shopify, and finally, for very large clients, we do very, very specific staffing, which means like very high-end IT guys, right? So that was something, and I'm just ending on right time, 25 minutes. And if there are any questions, I would welcome them and we can take them on.